Hello everyone, and welcome to my presentation on a remarkable family home called Hillforest. I selected this topic as it has occupied a prominent place in my local area. It is one of the few truly famous buildings around my hometown. Years ago, I worked as a volunteer docent at Hillforest. My research process was to explore the sources of Hillforest, both online, the Aurora Public Library, the State Historical Society, and architectural journals. In my annotated bibliography, I found a great deal of information about the business career of Thomas Gaff and the building of Hillforest. I also found a lot of information about the architect Isaiah Rogers. Keeping the focus on Gaff and not Rogers was a challenge, as the information was not equivalent. The home was commissioned by Thomas Gaff. He was born in Scotland and emigrated to the United States as a child and grew up in the Northeast. After school, he went into the distilling business with his brothers John and James. There they made whiskey. The business was very successful until the financial panic of 1837. During that event, credit was tight, taxes were high, and supplies of grain were low. They decided to head to what was then called the West and settled in Aurora, Indiana. Upon their arrival, the Gaff brothers did what they knew best, operating a distillery. They produced bourbon, rye whiskey, and scotch. Due to low taxes and abundant supplies of grain, the business was an immediate success and made them wealthy. The T and J.W. Gaff and Company soon became one of the largest producers in the country. With their success in distilling, the brothers even went into the brewery business under the name Crescent and brewed a beer called Aurora Lager. The beer was of such quality that it was exported to Germany. Not sticking to just alcohol, the brothers also used excess grain to produce a product called Cerealine. This became the first breakfast cereal in the United States before Kellogg's entered the market. Gaff sought to build a home that would be a statement of his success and commissioned famed architect Isaiah Rogers with the design. The home would eventually be called Hillforest, as it occupied a steep hill south of downtown Aurora and was heavily wooded. The home was built as one of the most remarkable examples of Italianate architecture. The style is sometimes referred to as Victorian. Here we see the bedroom of one of the Gaff children. Because Gaff also owned a number of steamboats on the Ohio River, the house was intended to match some of the features on a steamboat. The central staircase resembles the stairs commonly seen on a riverboat. This is a view of the same stairs from the top landing. Obviously, no expense was spared. In 1971, Hillforest was named to the National Register of Historic Places. In 1992, it was added to the National Park Service. I hope that future researchers will find this useful. Of the texts that I found, not many told the entire story of both Gaff and Hillforest. Here is Hillforest as it stands today. Of all of the buildings in the United States designed by architect Isaiah Rogers, this is the only example that exists in its original form. Note the third floor belvedere, which allowed Mr. Gaff to view riverboats plying the Ohio River. Today, the home is a museum. I hope the next time that you are in southeastern Indiana, you'll stop by and take a tour. It truly is one of a kind.